Hey, what is up everybody, Chuck here, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Now, in yesterday's video, we covered the 5 worst sightings since Generation 2 has been released. In today's video, we're going to be doing the exact opposite, counting it down from 10 to 1, the absolute coolest sightings in Pokemon Go over the past week. Now, before we get into the countdown, I do have one small favor to ask of you guys. Now, I want to hit 620,000 subscribers by the end of Friday. Today is Thursday. So if you have any friends who play Pokemon Go, just pick one of them and tell them to check out my channel. If you don't have friends, you can tell your dog or your fish. If you don't have pets, maybe your parents. If you don't have parents, I suppose you could just tell the wall to check out my channel. That won't work though. So let's see if we can hit 620K because we got some pretty cool videos here, and this one is a perfect example. Let's get into it. Kicking the countdown off at number 10, we've got a sighting sent in by Smith, and it is a very cool combination of Generation 1 and Generation 2 for Pokemon Go. He ran into a Slowpoke, a Slowbro, and a very hungry looking alligator that either looks like it's planning to eat the Slowbro or do something else to it, and you guys could probably guess. Smith, very, very cool sighting. Moving on. Now, coming into number 9, we have a sighting that's probably the coolest looking one of the week, but it's not the rarest. However, it does feature a Pokemon that I may never be able to catch, sent in by Guarav. He ran into a Tangela and 2 Heracross, a Pokemon that I probably won't be able to find because it's limited by latitude and I live too far north. Now, they're having a staring contest, and the problem with this is that Pokemon don't blink in this game. That staring contest will never end. Now, moving on to number 8, we've got a Pokemon that we have yet to feature from Generation 2 in the countdown, sent in by Matt. He ran into a Quillfish, which is new to the countdown, as well as a Gyarados and an Octillery. And Octillery seems like one of the Pokemon from Generation 2 that's going to be the hardest to obtain for me, simply because I don't live by water. And obviously a Gyarados in any sighting is dope. So Matt, congratulations on number 8. Now, moving on to number 7, we've got another sighting sent in by another dude named Matt. It's not the same Matt, but he does have equally insane luck. He ran into a Azumarill, which is new to the countdown, as well as a Snorlax and a Togetic. Now, with Togetic's 1% capture rate, it's pretty unlikely that Matt number 2 caught it, but seeing that with the Snorlax and the Azumarill, that's pretty cool. So thank you very much for sending it in. I'm moving on to number 6, and I apologize. Number 6, I don't actually know who sent it in. I don't have a screenshot of your name, but regardless, it is definitely one of the coolest sightings you're gonna see this week. Sent in by, I have no idea, a Meganium, a Magcargo, and a Skarmory. Now, ironically, none of these Pokemon are at a Pokestop, which really makes you wonder, and I was thinking about this the other day, what Pokemon could be hiding in your neighborhood that you have no idea about because you've got Pokestops that keep spawning Ladybuzz? The world may never know, but thank you very much. I don't know your name. Moving on to number 5. Now, this sighting right here is going to piss everybody off. Now, when I had it sent in to me, I was like, what is so special about... Oh my dear God. Juan had perhaps the luckiest Pokestop of all time. He got 2 from 1 Pokestop, a King's Rock and an upgrade for a Slowking and a Porygon 2. Juan, you lucky mother... Now, moving on to number 4, and if you recall in last week's episode, I brought up the fact that I had seen a bunch of people who were catching Unknown, but none of them had taken a screenshot of it in the wild. I didn't know what it looked like in the wild. But now we know, because Savage ran into a Totodile, a Mantine, and a wild Unknown, the first one that I have seen in the wild, and even without the Unknown, that's a pretty dope sighting. Hopefully Savage caught it, unlike in yesterday's video where you saw what happened. However, if you look in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you'll notice that it isn't on the nearby list, and it's obviously close enough to a Pokestop where it should be, and it makes me wonder and kind of reinforces my point that I don't think they actually show up on nearby lists. I think they're kind of flying below the radar, which would make sense because they're unknown. Anyway, thank you very much for sending that one in, Savage. Moving on. Now, I'm not sure if I brought this up yet, but the number 1 sighting in this video is the best in Pokemon Go history. No hesitation. If you don't believe me, just wait. But kicking off the top 3, this is where things start to get a little bit crazy. Jason ran into this incredible sighting of a Remoraid, a Corsola, which by themselves is a kind of cool sighting, and a Slowbro, which would make it a little bit better, and a Tyranitar, the best Pokemon in the game, all at one intersection of a bunch of curvy roads that don't look like they lead anywhere. Jason, you're a magician. Now, moving on to number 2, and speaking of curvy roads that lead to absolutely nowhere, we've got another one. Sent in by David, he ran into a Flareon, a Mantine, and a Dragonite, all at one spawn. I don't know where this happens. Somebody please tell me. I might have to move to Asia, because apparently that's where all these spawns are. Moving on to number 1, and welcome to number 1. We have all arrived. Please take a seat. If you need some chips, please grab some chips. If you need a Mountain Dew, grab that too. But this is the greatest Pokemon Go sighting of all time. And I know there's some people who are like, Chuck, you say that every week, you liar. Okay, I say that every once in a while, but I really mean it this time. I mean, if you had to name the best 2 Pokemon in Pokemon Go, what would they be? Go ahead. Go ahead right now. I'm going to wait for you. Leave a comment right now with the best 2 Pokemon in Pokemon Go, or which 2 Pokemon would you be most excited to run into next to each other in the wild? I'm going to wait. I'm going to give you some time. It'd be a lot easier to just pause the video, but I'm just going to stare. Eyes are watering. All right, so hopefully you've made your prediction, because in about 3 seconds, your view of Pokemon Go is about to change forever, because Dr. Dorito ran into the 2 best Pokemon in Pokemon Go side by side, and this is simply magical. A Tyranitar, the best from Generation 2, and a Dragonite, the best from Generation 1, just chillin'. I mean, this sighting will probably never be topped in Pokemon Go, unless they release the legendary birds and someone finds 8 Articunos or Mew and Mewtwo, but seriously, this is incredible. So Dorito, congratulations, you are the champion. Thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all. If you enjoyed yourself, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, because I seriously do. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to tell a friend about my channel, or a wall if you don't have pets or parents or friends or family or anything like that. But I love you guys. Make sure to sub if you're new here. If you're not new here, make sure you've got the little bell ringing, turn your notifications on so you never miss a video. Take it easy. Peace.